this expands on the DAW integration to support audio going both directions, so that you can record, pull out samples automatically, get them added to your library, and the whole workflow you need. So the first thing to do, well, I'll show you what we've got over here to start with, just to sort of set the stage for it. This is the sample material I'll be capturing, and this is just some backing drums. So I'll add the plugin to the channel that I'm going to be capturing from. First, be sure to switch into DAW mode in Rings, and then add the plugin. You'll be presented with this dialog. Just allow sharing between the applications, and then if you play over here, let's mute this, you'll notice that there's nothing coming from that channel. But if I say, grab this clap and start playing it here, I will see that on the channel where I'm using the plugin. And the great thing about this is that there's a mix slider here. The normal volume when you're in DAW mode becomes a mix slider, so I can mix between Rings and whatever's on the channel. So if I want to just hear what's on the channel, which is convenient, right? So it's passing all the way through and back. So it's just kind of a pass-through thing. So now I can record, right? So say I want to start a recording here. I'll create a new session, and then you'll see it starts to pull out individual samples. So it's doing sort of silence detection, pulling out individual samples I might want to use. So if I stop recording now, let's switch this mix slider back over, and let's take a listen to one of these samples. And so another convenient thing is if I get the BPM set correctly here, so say 125 for this, since that's the BPM I'm using in my audio workstation, I can basically grab one of these samples, and we've now got a loop shortcut here. So I can do quarter note or a whole note. Right, so let's say I do a quarter note. I can basically assign this with the channel presets here to one of the channels. Now I'll see that there, and then I can say go to another one. And I can assign this to the second channel. So now I've got both of those, and then I can go back down to one of these. Selected audio and not any of the channel presets that I've done, I can do that too, but if I want to hear everything together, and what's great is if I find one of these individual samples that I like, I can just save it and say I'll do FM Retro 2 or something like that, and oops. The convenient thing about this is it'll just add it directly to my library. So FM Retro 2 is right here. There you go. And then if I want to use that for something, I can just drag to export. I can drop it right here, and then what have I got? if I can zoom in here. If I you know. So again, great way to build up your library. You can just record as much as you want. Each of your sessions is captured independently and can be layered with other material in the background. You can mix totally with whatever's playing in the audio workstation, or, you know, whatever sample you're recording, and then it'll pull out all the individual notes for you so that you can add them to your library. And, you know, if you want to mess with them a little bit more, you can always drag them back into the audio workstation, and then once you figure out exactly what you're trying to do, you can, you know, bring it back in, right? So always